Have you ever been on a date and wondered if the other person was telling you the truth or what kind of impression you were making on a job interview?
Well, they say actions speak louder than words, so what are you really saying with your body? Here to help us decipher what you may be telling others is body language expert Susan Constantine.
Hi,
Hey, Susan. How
Good
are
morning.
you? So what are some telltale signs that someone's lying?
Well, in order to find out if somebody's lying, first of all, the first thing we have to do is create a baseline. How does someone normally respond in a normal situation when they're not under pressure? Okay, and then you use that, and then you use that to compare that to what their behavior is saying now.
So that only works with people you know well.
So people you don't know at all,
Yeah,
how would you know?
strangers you wouldn't be able to tell.
Exactly. So then what we're trying to do with people that we don't know, does the words fit with the body language? Does the body language fit with the facial expression? Does it all tie together and say the same thing?
Is that why we sort of sense something from somebody because their words and their actions are not in sync? We don't know why, but something's a little off.
And that's a perfect example because it just doesn't fit. I mean, all of us have had some point in time in our life where we've been duped, right? We've been lied to. We trusted them. We believed them. And we found out they were lying to us the whole time. But you know, when we use our gut intuition, we thought something doesn't feel right. Go by the gut.
Let's look at some clips and you can really show us what we're talking about. First, we're going to a clip from Tori Spelling where she came on our show and we asked her if she was pregnant. Remember?
Miss Liar, Liar,
Pants on fire. All right, let's watch.
We're going to give you an opportunity to answer the rumors that are out there.
Okay. What's the
well, everybody would be very delighted, very thrilled for you if indeed you are expecting another little McDermott.
We hope one day, but we're not currently expecting.
Okay.
Okay, wait, let's watch it in slow-mo, okay? And you're going to tell us what's happening here.
Now that we know she
Now
is.
we know that she's pregnant and expecting both.
Right here, she looks to her husband. She's looking for, okay, should I tell them? And right about here, she does something funny with her mouth. You'll see right there. Right there's a towel right there, and she throws up her hand.
What does that even mean?
And basically, it's saying, oh, you know, they caught me. She looks at her husband. What should I say?
Busted. That's the busted face.
All right. And then look at him.
Happy news. They were, you know, they weren't lying covering up in a fan or something. Just a little baby bump.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay.
Let's move on to Bill Clinton, okay? Let's take a look at him, and he's got some sort of subtleties here. Let's watch.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
Okay, that seemed very convincing to me.
It did at the time.
At the time. So what?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, there were a lot of things here. There were so many verbal deceptors here. First of all, when he's using intimidation, listen to me, and he repeats it. Usually when they repeat things more than once, they want you to listen to him, he's trying to convince you. Okay, then when
he does that all the time.
Listen to me. Listen.
Okay, and then when he gets up, he says, now he's diverting. It's called a diversion plan. I'm going to take you to another place. I need to get back to the American people. When he's finished, he turns around and smiles. He gives you a little smirk, and you see this duping delight smile. Did I dupe them? Did they really find out whether I was lying to them or not? We need to play that one more time. We can see that little pot.
We see it. We got it.
It's right there.
We hear you.
Okay.
We hear you.
He, you know, it was mincing words, basically.
And some people are just, you know what, though? Aren't some people just really good at it? They can look you in the eye and lie. And I know there's a flash, a moment where someone lies, but some people can look you square in the eye and lie.
They absolutely can. And this is one thing that I would like to make, you know, let you understand what's going on here, is that those everyday lies, the ones where there's no fear of being caught, okay? There's no reward from it. Those are everyday lies. People can do those quite seamlessly, and it's very hard to detect if someone's lying. Now let's put the ranks up a little bit higher. Bill Clinton had a lot of hair to lose, didn't he?
Yes,
okay?
Everything.
A lot. So then now the illustrators, or their body language, there's going to be more tells, so you'll be able to see them more.
Let's look at Rod Blagojevich. He was caught in a lie at the Celebrity Apprentice. Where else would you get busted? Let's watch.
But did you start talking to people about, you know, the trials and tribulations?
I introduced myself to her because it was fascinating to see her.
Right. But didn't you stop and speak to some people on the way to see Joan?
Possibly. I don't really specifically recall, but I don't know that.
Well, if you lose, it possibly could have a big impact on what happens.
Right. I don't recall that there was a problem talking to people other than trying to
Okay, that to me was so obvious, though, right?
When someone goes,
he says possibly, but he's shaking
his head. No. Exactly. So let's look at this in a slow motion.
No, possibly.
He's shaking his no. We've got a little contempt right here. We're going to undo that.
Contempt of court.
right here now as far as trying to convince you, but then at this point that he starts shaking his head no, and when he's saying yes, and he's shaking his head saying yes when he's meaning no, if we were to go further in the tape.
But
So
he
they
has
were
a
in
huge
conflict with one
credibility
another.
problem to begin
Exactly.
with, right? So we're not surprised
Okay.
about that.
All right. Well, thank you for the tips.
Really interesting.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Happy
having me.
Memorial.